on out of here.
Well,
now.
I see you built it taller than the roof.
Tim, I gotta show you what we're doing. Come on in here and check this out. We gotta put a hole in the tank on the top.
Yeah. We bought this used tank, and everything has to be adapted.
Bringing the tank up to legal spec means cutting a hole in the thick steel plating large enough to fit a custom immersion chiller.
If you don't keep the mash at a certain temperature, the fermentation goes up and down. Back in the woods, back in the day, you never know, because if it gets cold at nighttime, fermentation stops. And then when it warms up, then it starts back. And if it gets too hot, then it kills it. So in a legal distillery, we got the capability of maintaining a certain temperature. Try it right here on this side.
Give it a go.
See what'll happen here.
All right.
When mashing in a pot as big as Tim's, it would take days for it to cool enough to add yeast for fermentation. In order to cut the waiting time, Tim is adding an immersion chiller, which consists of 120 feet of copper tube bent into a loose coil around the inside of the tank's wall. Once the mash is done cooking, cold water is piped through the coil, cooling the hot mash, readying it for yeast and fermentation in hours instead of days.
Well, we threw that, Chuck.
Compared to the 55-gallon drums favored by many moonshiners, this 2,500-gallon beast is in a league of its own.
Yeah, that's a hole, Chuck. Woo. We need to get the coil in, don't we?
Somebody's gonna have to get in there, Tim.
Why am I always getting in the tank, huh?
All right, I'm gonna try to feed this into you.
All right, I'm trying to bring it in. It's coming, Chuck.
Coming?
Yeah, let's keep on coming with it.
All right.
Everybody else makes these worms to do hot moonshine, and we doing cold moonshine. It's so important that we get this cooling coil installed properly, because if the cooling coil, if it has a leak inside of this pipe, then the cold water is going to mix with the mash, and it's just going to destroy it. We have to put a coupling on it, right? It takes a lot of time. I need to be precise in what I do and do it right the first time.
Tim, we're short of help on these bottles.
Oh, boy.
Nobody said it would be easy.
All right.
I'll meet you over there.
Even though Spencer took all the precautions and had everything in place, and an explosion happened and actually killed one of his employees. Here, we're really more likely to have an accident or something to really fail because we're rushing so much, we're pushing everything, and then something's going to happen.